It's time for another adventure, South Kaibab Trail down to the tip-off point. We are going to actually start the video from the tip-off point and then work our way back up. So we hiked down to this point right here, resting, taking it all in. So far, this is the furthest that we have hiked into the canyon. And we had a nice lunch down here, of course. And we're just resting, drinking up, shoes off for a little bit, enjoying the views. I think it was about a 4.5 mile hike down to this point, don't quote me on that. And on the way back up, we're going to have the rest of the video all footage as we go back up. It's in order as best as I possibly could get it to be in order. It's footage off of 3 different cameras, my phone, Casey's phone, and then my real camera. I did the best I could, but it might not be perfect. Looking down at Phantom Ranch right here. One day we'll get down there, I promise. And a good look from here down to the Colorado River. All nice and muddy brown, which is not usually the case anymore. So kind of a treat actually to get it to see it all muddy brown. You can see Silver Bridge right here in this photo. And then on over here we're going to see Black Bridge and also a rafting trip. Let's go ahead and watch these rafters go down the river. Alright, time to hike back up out of the canyon. Here we go. And the next couple photos are from the rest house. This is the bathroom rest house just before the tip-off points, maybe about another 10 to 15 minute walk from here down to the tip-off. And it's really cool down here, very pretty. Alright, so we were prepared on this hike and we had lots of water with us. And I know they say it happens all the time, but seeing is believing. So when we were stopping at one of these beautiful views like this one to take some photos, some hikers came by and they did not have enough water, and one of their party was thoroughly exhausted and starting to feel some effects of dehydration. They were actually going to leave her in the canyon and have the guys hike out and bring water back down to her. We decided it would just be best to give them some of ours and get them hydrated and let them hike on out by themselves, and that's exactly what we did. And we've made it back up to Skeleton Point. That is where they lash the mules when they stop here to rest, and Skeleton Point is about 3 miles up. Now a little further past Skeleton Point, we hit this plateau, and there were so many flowers out here. I just stopped and I indulged and I took tons of pictures of flowers. I had to. Alright, Flower Plateau over, time to continue to hike on out of the canyon. We've still got a ways to go. Casey is forever looking at all of the holes in the rock walls and wanting to explore them all, and although we didn't get to see that one that I just zoomed in on, we did get to see this one and walk right up to it. Pretty interesting. We think there were bats in there. Alright, a little bit more hiking to go, but just over the staircase we're gonna have to pull off to the side to let the mules go by.
Hello, how are you? I'm good.
This mule pack has to pack up all of the things from Phantom Ranch, plus the mail. This is the only U.S. mail that still goes by mule from the bottom of Grand Canyon at Phantom Ranch out to you. I love, love, love watching the mules. On my bucket list, taking a mule trip in or around the Grand Canyon, but not on Casey's. On Casey's bucket list, rafting the Colorado, but not on my bucket list. We're getting tired. We've made it to Cedar Ridge. Here's a few photos from Cedar Ridge. This is 1.5 miles down. That means 1.5 miles left to hike back up out of the canyon. Let's catch our breath, rest here, hydrate, enjoy the views, and then slowly make our way out the rest of the part of the hike out of the canyon. Almost there. Last switchback or two. You can see the light changing in the afternoon, starting to get a little dim out there, and there's the sun going to be setting soon. Now the switchbacks that we're looking back down on, almost back up to the trailhead, and then we had to hike the last bit down the dirt or down the roadway, Yaqui Point Road, out to where we had parked. So about an extra, I don't know, 1/2 mile, 3/4 mile. We were going to shortcut through the woods like we did on the way there, and then we decided to just turn back and take the road. These pretty little elk were not going to have us shortcut through their home. That's it. Hike, hike, hike. Thanks for joining us. Hope you are enjoying your hikes and all of your other adventures as we are. Take care.